Hello, everyone out there in YouTube land. Welcome back to Diego Knows. I, of course, am Diego. And today we're going to continue to talk about Barbie. That's right, Barbie from 2023, the new movie. Came out a couple months ago. It's doing incredible at the box office. I'm sure it'll be gone. It'll be on streaming here real soon. But it's done almost $1.5 billion. Okay, that's a shitload of fucking money that it's made. Okay, for a movie about, a toy doll for little girls, that's insane. Okay, there's never been a live action Barbie movie before. I think that had a lot of appeal. It's the reason the movie's so successful. But also, I think this is one of those movies that that girls in particular have been waiting to happen. Okay, we've made a lot of fucking toy movies already. I think like Transformers and G.I. Joe and shit like that. There's been a lot of that stuff already, but there hasn't really been any for girls, girl toys. So I think that this movie has now taken the plug out of the jug, so to say, and from now on we are going to get a shitload, and I mean a fucking shitload of goddamn toy movies. Okay, that's going to be the new thing. All right, because Hollywood always just capitalizes on whatever's successful. So if you get one movie that's very successful, you're going to get a shitload of movies around the same genre. Okay, that's how superhero movies became big, was because you had one movie, what was it? I think it was Blade. In 1998, Blade did pretty good. It did good enough that they said, okay, we can invest some money and make a superhero movie. We haven't had much success since Batman and Robin. Okay, so they invested some money into the X-Men, and that movie was a big hit. And Hugh Jackman became a breakout star. Okay, and so that gave them the confidence to say, okay, let's make a Spider-Man movie. That's never been done before. And then that knocked it out of the park. So from then on, after Spider-Man came out in 2002, that was it, man. Superhero movies were here to stay. Okay, they just took over the box office. Every year there were the major big budget blockbuster tentpole movies were always superhero movies for the next fucking 20 years. That's because they capitalized on something that fucking worked. That's the message that Hollywood did. Now we got a lot of shitty superhero movies too. Of course we did, because Hollywood was just trying to ride that wave for as long as they could. But now that wave has come crashing down, and superhero movies are not anywhere near as profitable as they used to be. I think people have finally got the superhero fatigue, which honestly doesn't really exist. There would be no superhero fatigue if they had kept making good superhero movies. And that's the truth. The truth is they started making shitty superhero movies and people stopped watching them, and they started conflating a good superhero movie, a bad superhero movie with a superhero movie. So it could have been a good one, but it doesn't fucking matter. The audience is already turned off by it. Fucking superhero movies suck. That hasn't been a good one in years. This one might be a good one, but I'm not even gonna waste my money. I'm not even gonna waste my fucking money. It's done. Hollywood realizes that the superheroes movies have gone bust, and they have to switch genres. They have to find another genre to capitalize on. All right. So that's basically what's going on here. I just looked it up here, and Barbie right now is at 1.4 billion fucking dollars. Okay, billion with a B. Okay, so it's approaching Avengers, the first Avengers movie. Okay, as far as money goes, I mean that's fucking insane. That's fucking insane. So what this means is that we are going to get a lot more fucking toy movies, particularly Mattel. Okay, we're going to get that fucking He-Man and the Masters of the Universe movie now, because Mattel owns that. So they're going to make their money off of that shit. Okay, we're going to get, well, they're already making a G.I. Joe movie, because they dropped that in the latest Transformers movie. They did drop in the bonus features that there's going to be a G.I. Joe movie coming soon. So that didn't really go anywhere, but the last G.I. Joe movie, the Snake Eyes movie, that's fucking sucked ass. So we're going to get more G.I. Joe, another toy. Obviously, we're going to get another Transformers movie, and now we're going to get a fucking Viewmaster movie. Okay, I'm not making that up. A fucking Viewmaster movie. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna get a lot of shit that nobody wants to fucking see. An Etch-a-Sketch movie, yes, that's the new thing. Thanks to this movie, thanks to you spending your fucking money to go see this fucking Barbie movie for the next 3-4 years, once the writer's strike and the acting strike is over with, that's what we're gonna fucking get now. We're gonna get a bunch of fucking toy, a Rainbow Bright movie, okay, a Teddy Ruxpin movie, okay, that's what we're gonna get now. Okay, thanks to all of your fucking patronage. Okay, because that's a lesson Hollywood learned. It wasn't to fucking take a fucking a beloved fucking toy that has never been done in live action about a doll that looks like a pretty blonde girl, okay, and finally give that movie to the audiences that have been waiting for that movie for fucking for 60 something years. Okay, they didn't learn that lesson. No, what they learned is, more toy movies, more toy movies. We got whatever the fucking toy is. There's gonna be a fucking Slinky movie. Okay. Whatever fucking toys out there, there's got to be a fucking movie for it, right? That's what Hollywood has learned. That's a lesson they've learned. Okay, that's what we're going to get now. Okay, so the superhero movies are out. And the toy movies are in now. Okay, and we're also going to get more video game movies. Why? Because fucking Super Mario Brothers. That's why. Super Mario Brothers did almost $1.3 billion. So guess what that means? That means from now on, we're going to shitload of fucking video game movies for the boys and toy movies for the girls. That's the lesson that fucking Hollywood has learned from capitalism. All right, what you spend is supply and demand. Okay, there's a big fucking demand. Okay, and a short supply, it costs a lot more. Okay, that's how it works. All right, that's capitalism. Which this movie is actually against capitalism, despite the fact that it needs capitalism to make a fucking profit. Okay, to make any money, it needs capitalism, but yet it hates capitalism. See what I mean? That's the bullshit. It hates consumerism. You shouldn't have to go to the store and buy shit that you like with the money that you earned. No, that's wrong. Okay, you see what I mean? All that does is make the corporate the corporate investors fucking richer. You know, get the fuck out of here with that noise. This movie is fucking as red as it fucking gets. Communist as it fucking gets. All right, god damn it. Anyway, but that's Hollywood for you right now. Okay, it's always been communist. In case you haven't noticed. Okay, it's always been that way. Okay, what do you think Joseph Stalin started out? Telling everybody, hey, listen, I'm going to throw half the population in fucking prison. I'm going to murder the rest. And I'm going to force you to fucking go into the Industrial Revolution by death, by torture. I'm going to kill my own fucking family in order to do it. Okay, I'm going to massacre a whole bunch of Jews myself. Blah, blah, blah. And do you think that was the pitch that Joseph Stalin did when he was a young kid? No, it's not. He was talking about equality. He was talking about being anti-sexism. Okay? That's what he was talking about. That's what he used, okay, to get people over to his side. That's how Lenin did it. They all talked about equality for everybody under communism. Everyone's the same. Nobody's better than anybody else, blah, 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 except for the ones that are, right? Okay, and free law for everybody, free justice for everybody, blah, blah, blah. No personal property. Everything belongs to everybody. All that kind of bullshit, and that's how he became a dictator, okay? And anyone who disagreed with him went to the fucking gulags, or he just fucking executed, okay? That's fucking communism, okay? That's real fucking communism. It's already been, the social experience has already been done, okay? But yeah, try to convince the fucking Ivy League professors that keep fucking cranking out these fucking libtards that write these fucking movies, okay, and that run these fucking companies, okay? Because they're still in that, okay? They're fucking cranking out. They're indoctrinating these fucking kids, okay, to believe this fucking bullshit. All right? Yeah, and the fact that they don't even see how tyrannical they've become. I mean, just look at this fucking LGBT fucking shit that's going on right now. Okay? They talk about how it's inclusive. It's about being proud of what? You were born that way. What the fuck is there to be proud of? I was born a man. Is there a month where we celebrate men? No, there's not. There's nothing to be fucking proud of here. It's just the way you were born. You see what I mean? This is all fucking bullshit. You talk about inclusive, but there's no fucking inclusivity. Okay, if someone's different than you, you don't include them. It's only people that agree with you. There's no diversity, no diversity of thought. You have to agree with what they spout at you, or else you're gonna get canceled or worse. And if they keep getting what they want, it's gonna be a lot worse for those of you that don't agree with this shit. You think they're just gonna tolerate you? They're just gonna say, nope, I'm just not gonna shop here anymore. You think that you think they're gonna allow that to happen? Fuck no. That's why you got to make a stand. Vote with your wallets. That's the only power that we have, is our money. We get to decide what we spend our money on. Okay, not every fucking government allows that to happen, but in this government, the people decide what they're gonna spend their money on. And if they decide to not spend their money on a woke bullshit ideology, then they're gonna get defunded. They're gonna lose all their money and they're gonna fucking go away. Oh, they'll come back again later on. Okay, because they'll never really be gone, okay? But they won't have the hold, the power that they have right now. This is a power move. Make no mistake about it, okay? This is a fucking power move. High up people are trying to make this fucking happen. People with a lot of fucking money are trying to convince you that you're oppressed so you can go up against the what? The straight white men. You know why? Because it's the straight white men, okay, that can fight them. Okay, so how do you go against the straight white men? You go at them indirectly. Go at them through their fucking children and through their wives. That's how you fucking do it. Okay? And let me tell you something, ladies. If this works, if these feminists win, okay, if all the men fucking cower down and kneel down to the altar of womanhood and shit, who's going to be there to protect you? What's going to happen when you find out that this fucking woke ideology was just fucking a wolf in sheep's clothing? Who's going to be left there to fucking protect you? You know what? Who? Nobody. Nobody. If you want to be scared of something, that's something you should be scared of. All right? Because this movie's all about that. From what I've seen so far, Barbie is all about fucking keeping men down. Women are in power. You know, women are born perfect. They're born to do whatever the hell they want, whenever they want, however they want, with whoever they want. But men, on the other hand, no. We have to earn our shit. Life ain't just fucking handed to us because we're born with a cock. Unless you're a fucking Ken Barbie, then it is. Okay? You see what I mean? That's what I'm talking about here, all right? Okay, I'm Diego. I'm going to give you a straight man's point of view. If you're easily offended, get the fuck out right now. I'm not going to censor myself, to spare your feelings. I don't give a shit if you get triggered. I'm going to tell you a straight man's point of view because that's what I fucking do here, okay? The real question you need to ask yourself is, can you handle it? Can you handle the truth? Because I don't think you can. I know you can't. I know you can't. But that's what I do. I review chick shows and I review chick flicks here. And I'm reviewing Barbie. Why? Why am I reviewing a movie for little girls? Well, I'll tell you why. Because it's not fucking little girls. It's not fucking little girls that made this movie reach $1.4 billion at the box office. Okay? It's the middle-aged women. It's the old ladies. Okay? They're the ones that fucking kept seeing this fucking movie over and over again. Don't use your grandkids as an excuse. Get the fuck out of here, okay? You grew up with Barbie too. This movie's just as important to you as it is to your fucking grandkids and your kids and your daughters, all right? So don't give me that fucking bullshit, okay? Okay, this isn't on fucking YouTube Kids, all right? This is fucking for adults, all right? And the shit that's being said here. Okay, now where we left off last time, what do you call it? We had Ken in the real world, the supposed real world, which is actually more fake than the Barbie world, if you want to be serious here. Okay, and he fucking falls in love with, I guess, what he considers to be masculinity. Okay, and it leaves us off with a picture of fucking early 80s Sylvester Stallone showing off his abs and shit, in a fucking fur coat. Because Stallone used to do that a lot in the early 80s, back when he was fucking full of himself, when his ego was to the fucking ceiling, okay? And he's the first one to admit it. I saw an interview with Stallone a few months ago where he pulled out a picture. He was actually doing an advertisement for a Rambo doll, okay? And he opened it up on camera. He opened it up and showed it to the camera. Oh, look, this is what I used to look like back when I was very, very full of myself back then, when I used to look like this, So he admits it 100%, all right? He's got little man syndrome. He's my idol. I don't mean to talk bad about Sylvester Stallone, but Sylvester Stallone is not a perfect human being. I hate it when these fucking motherfuckers out here, when they talk about their idols and they talk about how perfect, Marilyn was so perfect. It's like, get the fuck out of here. Marilyn was a fucking basket case. Okay? Stallone is my idol. He was my role model growing up. Okay, but he was far from a perfect human being, okay? He had a lot of ego, a lot of fucking lessons that he needed to learn, okay? So no, he's not a perfect human being, but he was my role model. All right, anyway, so Barbie there. So Ken's there, he sees that, and he decides that he wants to be like that, okay? Because he thinks that men are in power in the real world, okay? Even though they're not, okay? Well, not really, okay? It all depends on what industry you're talking about. All right. If you're talking about politics or fucking the government, no. Not all men are in power. Okay. There's plenty of fucking Nancy Pelosi's out there and fucking Hillary Clinton's. Okay. And a bunch of other fucking retard motherfuckers that are running the fucking country to the ground. There's plenty of them. They got a lot of power. So don't fucking tell me women are fucking helpless to the fucking male dominated government. Bull fucking shit. All right. If you're in the teaching industry, fuck you, dude. It's all women. Yeah, men have no fucking chance in that industry. Okay, if you're in the fucking if you're in the HR department, okay, in a corporation, fuck you, dude. You got no chance getting involved there. Okay, it's all run by women. Okay, if you're in the marketing agents and marketing industry, like marketing or advertising, if you're in those industries, it's all run by women. Okay, I've done the number. Look it up. It's all run by women. Okay, so don't give me that fucking shit. All right. Mad Men. Remember that show from like 10, 15 years ago? Mad Men, where all the men were in charge of all the advertising. It's the complete other way around now. Like, it's all women in charge of advertising. Okay. That's how you get these fucking diversity fucking shit and fucking HR departments, and the DEI officers, and all that kind of, that's where you get it from. okay, from all the women that are fucking in charge. They graduate these bullshit Ivy League schools that indoctrinate them with this fucking, you're a victim, you're oppressed. Men are all the straight white men, Christian men are all the enemy, and they fucking send them out into the fucking workforce. And they realize, most of them realize they can't get a fucking job doing jack shit. So what do? They end up as a fucking barista at fucking Starbucks. But the ones that actually stayed, because they could afford it, because they were rich and got their PhDs, they end up in fucking, running the HR department in a fucking corporation. All right. You see, that's what I'm talking about here. All right. It's not about who's the best for the job. It's all about who are you fucking? What color is your skin? And what's in between your legs. That's the standard for the hiring practices. All right. And it is that way. So don't give me that fucking bullshit. All right. So anyway, meanwhile, Barbie, of course, Barbie concentrates. Okay. She's sitting at the bus stop, trying to think of the girl that's playing with her that fucked up her life, that gave her cellulite, made her think about death, that made the shower water cold and her fucking Barbie milk spoiled. Who's doing that? Okay. Well, that's why she went to the real world, to find the little girl that's been playing with her, that's been thinking this stuff, to cheer her up, to get her to think that Barbie's perfect again. Okay. So that everything can be right and back in Barbie land. So Barbie just sits in the bus stop and concentrates after she told Ken to get lost, to fuck off. No, seriously, she told Ken to fucking get lost. She won't be bothered with his presence. So she could concentrate and think about the girl that's playing with her, so she can find this girl, okay? And she concentrates and she sees a Latina girl playing with her, the Barbie doll. You see a Latina girl hugging her mother, okay? And then for absolutely no fucking reason at all, okay, she starts becoming distant, okay, aloof, and refusing affection from her mom. For some reason, this fucking young girl just decided to fucking start being a bitch, angry and depressed, and sad. We're never explained why. She just is, and you're supposed to go with it. All right. Okay. She's not hugging her mom back. Her mom tries to hug her, and she wipes her mom's hand away and shit. She's just becoming angry and shit. Okay. And she starts throwing her toys away, and she throws away her Barbie. And we see her mom. We see the boxer walking out of there, about to throw her fucking toys away, and her mom stops and grabs the Barbie doll out of the box and saves the Barbie doll. All right. Okay, we don't see what the mom looks like, but this is a Latina little girl, all right? So Barbie cries when she realized all the suffering that this little girl must have gone through, and it's not fair. What kind of man would do this to her? You see what I mean? That's basically what it comes down to. Like I said, we're never given a reason as to why this girl went from a happy young girl playing with her Barbie doll to an angry fucking bitch who fucking disrespects her mom and fucking hates her toys. We have no idea what happened to her. The movie does not explain what happened to her. We just know that this happened, and for somehow, in some way, it's going to end up being a man's fault for some reason, okay? It's definitely not the little girl's fault. Not at all. No, don't even go there. And it's definitely not the mom's fault either, okay? So don't even think about blaming her, okay? For whatever is pissing off their little girl. Okay, don't even entertain that idea, because we all know that would never happen in real life. Okay, if you really want to know why this girl had a sudden mood switch from being a happy-go-lucky little girl to being an angry I fucking hate everybody girl, okay, then I would guess it has something to do with her dad. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. All right, anyway, it breaks Barbie's heart to see this fucking girl from a fucking upper middle class family, with wearing nice clothes, going to a nice school, eating 3 meals a day, playing with toys in an air conditioned house, with parents that love and care about her. It sucks to see how fucking much she's fucking suffering. Yeah. So this is the part where all the girls in the audience will be like, oh. Yeah. This is the part where that's supposed to happen in case you didn't pick up on that. All right. It's a good thing I'm here to tell you. Okay. All right. So anyway, yeah. So that's going on here. Okay. She's distant to her mom. Blah, blah. Barbie cries at this, and then she stares at all these people that are there at the bus stop with her. Okay. She sees this old lady sitting next to her, sitting by her in the bus stop. Okay. And this lady looks like she's in her 70s or 80s. Old lady, just a tired old woman, and she just looks at her like, because she's still crying over the little girl. You're beautiful. Yeah, very convincing. And the old lady's just like, I know. Yeah, just like that. Just like that, all right? So this is the point. This is the message here where they're trying to tell you that everybody's fucking beautiful. No, they're not. No, they're not, okay? Real, true beauty, true, real, honest to God beauty comes from within. It's not something you can see. It's only something you can express. It's only something you can feel, okay? I've met plenty of people in my life that are not what you would consider physically attractive, okay? But when it comes to their personality, who they are inside, okay, they're some of the most beautiful people I've ever met in my fucking life. That's a real beauty. The people that are unselfish, okay, the people that have enough self-confidence to not have to follow along with everybody else, that have the courage of their own convictions, okay, that are kind and helpful and rarely put themselves first. They always put other people first, okay? Those are the people with the real fucking beauty. Those are the people that keep society going, keep humanity alive. Okay, but that's not something that you can fucking look at and see. That's something that you can only feel from knowing somebody, from seeing how they treat other people, how they react to other people, how they deal with stuff. Shit that would make you and me get pissed off. They take it and they try to find a positive spin for it and they keep going anyway. You see, those are the true beautiful people in the world, but you can't see them. You can only feel them. You only feel that when you know someone like that. You see what I'm talking about? So, but Barbie doesn't understand this. Her idea of beauty is what you fucking look like. Okay? Do you look like her? Do you look like fucking Ken? Those are beautiful people. Okay? What she's saying, this old lady, is you don't look nothing like, there's no old lady Barbies, in case you haven't noticed. Just like there's no body positive fucking Kens, in case you haven't fucking noticed. All right? Because those would be unattractive. Okay? So what she's telling this old lady is you're beautiful just because she's there, just because she's a woman. Let me tell you something, okay? I think this old lady is beautiful in her own way. Okay, but we don't know anything about her. For all we know, she could be a fucking pedophile. You know, who just got out of fucking prison. Okay, we don't fucking know shit about her. All we know is this old lady sitting by the bus. Okay? That's all we fucking know. Okay, she might be a beautiful person. She might be a fucking a heartless bitch. We don't know. Barbie's judging her based on what she looks like. She's an old lady. She's not used to seeing old ladies. You're beautiful. No, she's not. No, she's not, okay? She might be a beautiful person on the inside, but she's an old woman. She already had those years when she looked like you, Barbie. She already had those years, okay? Those years are long gone now, okay? Those years are long gone now, all right? She might be a beautiful person on the inside, a real beauty, but on the outside, she's a fucking old lady, okay? So don't act like fucking you saw an old lady, oh, you're beautiful. No, if you knew her, then you could say she's beautiful. You see what I mean? Otherwise, it's fucking empty bravado. It's just pandering. That's all it fucking is. To make you fucking sympathize. Oh, see, anybody can be beautiful. And you know what? Fuck, you know what, Barbie? When every fucking woman is beautiful, no one is. God damn. Anyway. So Barbie cried, tells she's beautiful. She says, I know. Okay, blah, blah, blah. You know, there's no fucking septuagenarian fucking Barbie doll. All right. Next scene, Barbie and Ken are both excited about what they've discovered. Okay, obviously Barbie meditated, discovered where the little girl is, where she is, and Ken discovered the fucking, I guess the patriarchy or whatever, that the men are in charge or that kind of shit, okay, which is not true, okay, so Ken's excited because he wants to impress Barbie with the knowledge that he's learned, and Barbie's excited so she can hold that over Ken to express to Ken how much smarter she is than him. Okay, then we fast forward to Mattel headquarters, okay? Now, Mattel headquarters, we see some intern there, or some lowly fucking worker there at a cubicle, okay? His name is Aaron, okay? He's a white guy, skinny. He's wearing a blue fucking Oxford shirt with a dark navy blue vest over it, no tie, khaki pants, short hair, okay, unshaven, all right? Clear, whatever. Smooth shaven, sorry, not unshaven, smooth shaven. All right, and he's just sitting there. He gets a phone call from an FBI agent with a lot of sass. This FBI agent's all about, hey, you know what's going on over there? We ran into, there's a Barbie and a Ken doll that escaped from your Barbie land, and now they're out there walking around just doing whatever the hell they want to. They already got arrested twice. You need to get on there and do something about this. Just like that. Well, if you fucking arrested them twice, then why the fuck did you let them go? If they're not supposed to fucking be there, why'd you let them go? Makes no fucking sense. Anyway, fucking the intern goes, oh, did they escape Barbie? That's impossible. That can't happen. How can it not happen? There's nobody guarding the fucking portal. They just walked. They walked from Barbie Land to the real world. There was nobody, there was no obstacle at all for them to cross over. There was nobody there. There was no bars. There was no wall. There was no nothing. All they had to do was walk in the right direction and they ended up here. So how is it fucking impossible? There's nothing stopping them from doing it. At any moment, anyone from there can come over here. There's nothing to stop them. So why are they shocked that it fucking happened? You see what I mean? This is supposed to be the real world. This is supposed to be the real world. Anyway. So yeah, I guess that's never happened before. The Mattel company, the office in there, it's all dull and gray and dark. There's no color on the walls, no color in anything, all right? It's very fucking just, ugh. It's like a boring place to work, you know? Anyway, so that's going on, okay? All the employees are like 20 to 30-year-olds, you know, clean shaven, mostly men. There's a couple of women there, but mostly it's men. They're all wearing khaki pants, open collar shirt, Oxford shirt, blue shirts, you know, Oxford shirts, the navy blue vests, okay? And they're all, and I mean all of them, all the men there are dumb as fuck. They don't realize what they're talking about or what they're saying, okay? Okay, they all wave to Aaron when he tells them all that he has to go all the way up. This is a major serious problem. He cannot handle it himself. He has to go all the way up for this problem, okay? So he gets in the elevator. Everybody waves at him because nobody's allowed to go all the way up, okay? People that do go all the way up don't come back. So they're all scared for him when he tells them he has to go all the way up. And they wave goodbye to him like they're never going to fucking see him again. And he gets in the fucking elevator. He hits the button that says all the way up to get to the corporate office of fucking of Mattel. Okay, now remember, this is supposed to be the real world, all right? Okay, next thing you know, we see a Latina middle-aged woman, okay, a Mexicana, okay, she's the secretary of the, I guess the CEO's boardroom office. She's the secretary there, and she's doodling at work. Behind her desk, she's just drawing pictures of Barbie dolls in different fashions, okay? She's doodling, okay? And all these different fashion designs on her desk, okay? Her name is Ugly Betty, okay? And, okay, no. La Betty the Fea. La Betty the Fea. That was actually a TV show on Telemundo, the Spanish channel. Yeah, that's probably why you never watched it, okay? My grandma watched it. Betty la Fea. Okay, that means Ugly Betty in English, all right? In Spanish, all right? Betty la Fea. All right, so anyway, yes, okay, so that was a popular, it only lasted one season in Mexico, but it was a popular sitcom in Mexico. Okay, all Mexican cast, obviously, it's a Mexican TV show. And they decided, the white people in Hollywood decided to appropriate it and make an American version of Betty la Fea, okay? And they called it Ugly Betty, okay? And they cast America Vescara, whatever. America Figueroa, I don't remember her name. Okay, but anyway, it's Ugly Betty from the TV show Ugly Betty, okay? And they cast her to play Ugly Betty with the braces and the glasses and all that kind of fucking shit. And Vanessa Williams was in the show. I never fucking watched the show myself, but I guess it was a hit, okay? Because people talked about it for a good 2 or 3 years and it fucking went away like everything else. Anyway, so this is what she's doing now, okay? America Figueroa is in fucking playing this woman named Gloria, okay? This Latina fucking secretary for Mattel. Right? So that's what she is. That she's here. Ugly Betty's here. Okay, she's drawing these stupid ass doodles. Aaron shows up and tells her that he needs to go in there and talk to the CEO. And they're like, no. They're having one of their big corporate idea sessions in there. You cannot go in there. He's like, well, I have to go in there. Whatever. Oh, by the way, what are these drawings you did? And she's like, oh, these are just my sketches of my Barbies and their outfits, you know. I've got Barbie here. This is full body cellulite Barbie here, and this is irrepressible thoughts about death Barbie right here, and this is crippling shame Barbie right here. You know, anyway, he's like, oh, okay, whatever. I got to go in that room and talk to the CEO. Okay. She tries to stop him, but once again, there's really nobody to stop him. Okay, so he barges in there anyway. Okay, meanwhile, Gloria, she decides to put her ear up to the fucking door to listen to everything that's being said. Okay, so Aaron walks in there. This is a bullshit fucking board of directors room. It's got rainbow fucking everywhere and shit. Yet there's all men in there. For some reason, it's all a bunch of men that are the fucking board of directors. which right there is bullshit. Okay, if you actually look it up, you'll see that Ruth Handler, okay, one of the founders of Mattel, she was actually the CEO of Mattel for a good 30 years, okay, until she got busted for income tax evasion, okay, with the the Security Exchange Commission. She'd been embezzling some of her money from the company and not paying it out. So, yeah, she got busted for that, and she had to step down as CEO of fucking Mattel, okay? But if you look at it right now, Mattel 2023, there is a man that is the CEO. I forgot his name, and there's 3 other members of the board of directors that are men. Everyone else is a fucking woman. All the board of directors, with the exception of 4 of them, are all women at Mattel. Mattel does not just make Barbie dolls, it also makes boy toys too, okay? It makes fucking He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, okay? Which is strictly for boys, okay? And yet, most of the board of directors are fucking women, okay? This movie does not show you that. This movie shows you nothing but fucking men. Stupid ass, dumb ass men who are all dressed alike, except for the leader, the CEO, played by Will Ferrell. What is Will Ferrell? Okay, his entire career has been being a 56-year-old playing a 12-year-old. Okay, that's his whole fucking career. He's a 50-year-old, 12-year-old. That's all he's ever done. Look at every fucking role he's ever done. He is a 40-year-old, a 45-year-old, a 50-year-old, 12-year-old. That's all he does. That's his one shtick, but he's very good at it. He's probably the best in the business when it comes to that. All right, he's very good at playing a fucking little kid in an adult body. Okay, fuck, that's what he did in Elf, for Christ's sake, all right? That's all he does. But he's very funny doing it, okay? Hence, he's got a very successful career. Well, that's what he brings to the table here, okay? He is the CEO who basically acts like a 12-year-old, okay? The only difference between him and the other board of directors is that he's wearing a pink shirt. They're all wearing white shirts, and he's got a darker pink tie on. And he's got some fucking pink drumsticks. You know, that you play the drum, you know, there's a little drum set around. He's got these in his hands and he never fucking lets go of them throughout the entire scene. He's just playing with them, all right? So he's there. We don't know his name. He's just the CEO of Mattel, okay? And he's playing with these pink drumsticks. In real life, Will Ferrell is 56 years old. But like I said, he always plays a 12-year-old in every fucking role that he's in. He's dressed like the other execs with a pink shirt and a strawberry colored tie, okay? So this is Greta Gerwig, the director's way of depicting how strong men are. They're all a bunch of immature little fucking idiot boys pretending to be men, okay? Hey, bitch, okay? You're the one that fucking made a movie about a toy, okay? So don't fucking go over here making fun of men are all little kids, okay? Every woman that fucking paid their money to get into the fucking theater to see this piece of shit, okay, wants to pretend to be a fucking little kid too. But yet, you don't make fun of them, you make fun of us. All right. Okay, yeah. So anyway, moving right along. So Aaron whispers it to one board member who whispers it to the other, and it finally gets around to the CEO, and he has a shit fit when he hears what he had to say, okay? He cannot believe that fucking Barbie escaped Barbie Land and that her and Ken are walking around in the real world, okay? That cannot happen. It's catastrophic. Those are his words. It's catastrophic. This cannot be allowed to happen. Well, why the fuck don't you have a guard posted in front of the entrance of Barbie Land? Okay, like I said before, okay, there's nobody guarding Barbie Land. Anybody can walk in there, anybody can walk out. There's absolutely no obstacles for them to overcome to get from one world to the other world, okay? So how the fuck can you be acting like, oh my God, how could this happen? Get the fuck out of here. Just like, how the fuck, it's not explained, okay? Just like, why the fuck is that little girl all pissed off at her mom and hate toys all over? It's never explained. You're supposed to go with it. Okay. So that's going on here. Will says, like, if this got out, that one of our dolls coming to LA from Barbie Land as life-size versions of themselves roaming the earth, this will be very bad. It will be catastrophic. So they decide that what they're going to have to do to fix this problem is to put Barbie back in her box. Get it? Put Barbie back in her box. In other words, patriarchy. In other words, we have to enforce our misogyny, our chauvinism, our sexism on a Barbie and put her back in the fucking box where she belongs. You see what I mean? See how this is going here? They don't talk about Ken. Ken got out too. You don't give a shit about him, just like everybody else in this movie. Nobody gives a shit about Ken. He also got out, but you're not trying to fucking find him and put him in a box, are you? No, of course not. So Ugly Betty's there listening in. She hears all this. She's like, oh, a real Barbie got out. Is it in the real world? You see what I mean? All right, so that's going on here. Okay. Next scene, we got Ken and Barbie. They go to Davy Crockett Junior High. Okay, because Barbie says this is where the girl is that was playing with her. All right. So she starts feeling anxiety as she walks into the school. She can't describe this old lady, not old lady, but this fat woman, middle-aged woman goes up there and tells Barbie that the anxiety she's feeling, or what she's feeling is called anxiety, and it comes from the kids yelling at their fucking moms, you know? And Ken says like, well, I don't feel any anxiety. And she looks and goes like, that's because the little kids never take it out on the dads. In other words, women suffer more than men. Boo-hoo-hoo. Oh, it's so unfair. You're right. Every little fucking kid in the world needs to be educated on their fucking sexism. How dare they only take it out on their moms? How dare they never take it out on their dads? I don't know. First of all, I think it's bullshit. I think kids disrespect women just as much as they disrespect men. Okay, I don't think there's any sort of a gender bias when it comes to that. I will say this. I think that probably boys, and maybe girls too, are probably a little bit more intimidated by their fathers as far as talking back to them and giving them attitude and shit, you know, because men are just, you know, we're just stronger and more imposing, you know. So I think that a boy, if he knew that his mom would not spank him, he might think he can get away with telling her off, but a boy who knew that his father would spank him would think twice before telling his dad to go to hell. Okay, you know, see what I mean? I think that has a little bit more to do with it. All right, but it's not any sort of fucking sexism. Okay, kids don't fucking really understand this shit. Okay, boys get made fun of by little girls all the fucking time. Okay, by other little boys, everybody gets made fun of everybody. Okay, it's equal opportunity fucking harassment there. All right. Equal opportunity abuse there, all right? So anyway, so that's going on here, okay? You know, kids don't give a shit, okay? So Barbie quickly tells Ken to get the fuck lost again. She got no time for him. So he fucking leaves, okay? And she goes over to look for the girl, okay? The girl that's been playing with her, okay? She goes into the school cafeteria of this junior high, and she sees the girl there. It's the Latina girl. They're sitting at the fucking diversity table, okay? And what do I mean by that? Well, I mean by it's the table in this fucking movie, okay? So you got 4 little girls there. They all look like they're 12 or 13 years old. You got 1 black girl, 1 white girl, 1 Latina girl. That's the one Barbie's looking for, and 1 Asian girl, okay? 1 of each, so to say. No Indian girls, though, because they don't fucking count, all right? But that's what you have here, okay? A very diverse a group of girls who are all friends sitting together at the fucking lunch table, not eating food. They're just sitting there. Okay, all of them look like shit. Okay, they're not trying to look pretty. They're all wearing baggy clothes with muted colors like gray and black and a little bit of red here and there. Okay, none of them look pretty. None of them are wearing makeup. None of them are trying to act feminine. They're trying to act like butch boss bitches. They're basically trying to look like fucking lesbians, and they're all fucking activists. Okay, because that's what you have to do when you have no friends. Okay, when you're not popular in school, you become a fucking activist. Okay, that way you can get more points. That way, if anyone makes fun of you, then they're discriminating you. There's a difference between being bullied and being discriminated against a protected class. You see what I mean? All right. So that's what they're doing. They're all fucking activists now. Okay, because, you know, this is fucking LA. All right. So Barbie goes up to them. She sees them there. Okay, and like I said, in the equally diverse table. Okay, the leader of the group is a Latina girl named Sasha. That's her name. Her name is Sasha. Okay, and they tell her that they hate Barbie. Okay, and one of the girls, actually the Asian girl, says like, you know what? I got no problem with Barbie. I liked Barbie when I was a little girl. And the other girl, the leader, Sasha, looks at her like, and she's like, oh, never mind. Okay, which is kind of a meta thing here. This is the part where I get a little bit confused about the movie with the message of the movie. Azheel's Babyface, okay, the YouTuber, he said this movie was actually meta. It was actually making fun of the woke movies that are coming out. Whereas a lot of other people like Ben Shapiro said, no, this movie is as woke as it gets. It's all nothing but misandry. Okay, but this scene here is a little bit confusing because here you have this girl openly telling Barbie that she hates Barbie. That's bad. But yet one of her friends said, well, I like Barbie. And she looks at her and the other 2 girls look at her like you better fucking change what you just said right now or else. And so that scared her into changing her opinion on Barbie. You know, now this movie was 100% woke, that wouldn't have happened. That wouldn't have happened. So I think maybe this movie is a little bit smarter than I give it credit for. It's clearly showing you here, because no movie is just what you see. It's got a bigger allegory besides what you're looking at. And what I'm being told in the scene here is that peer pressure decides what these girls believe in. So if their friends all believe one thing, they know that they're not going to have any friends if they don't believe in that too. So they go along with it. They go along with whatever the alpha says because they know what will happen to them if they don't. So it's not like really a choice. They're being, it's like they're under duress, like they're kind of being forced to do it, or else they're going to have to face consequences if they don't agree with the ideology. You see what I mean? Which is a reference to real life, to woke Hollywood. If you go against what the woke people are doing who run Hollywood, you will be ostracized from Hollywood. You'll never work in Hollywood again, at least not in the near future. You see what I mean? So here's a perfect example of that. If you disagree with what I'm saying, we will cast you out. We will cast you the fuck out. You're not invited to the club anymore. You see what I mean? So it's kind of like they're forcing them to do it. Like they kind of have to do it or else. It's the or else that scares them. Okay? If this was a 100% woke movie, this scene wouldn't have been in there. So maybe Greta Gerwig is smarter than I give her credit for. Maybe she is. Okay, I'm going to stop my review right here, but I'll be back shortly to continue my review of Barbie. I thank you very much for watching this long, and I'll see you soon on the next one. Bye.